Police say a woman was pulled over during a traffic stop on Interstate 95. Officers found suspected drugs inside the vehicle and started questioning the driver. This is normal traffic stop stuff, right? Until about 2:45 in the morning, a man in a full suit and tie walk up on the scene. Not to watch, not to help, but to introduce himself as the driver's attorney.
Hello. Davey Lynch, representing attorney. You want to go over probable cause and we can just see what's going on and charges forward?
What is happening right now?
You're her attorney?
I'm her representative. Yes. Yeah.
That's a first.
It's an unfortunate call on my end.
Okay.
If we can step aside, you guys want to go over probable cause?
Neither one of us are the primary officer.
Okay. So we're not going to, basically what we can do now is, if I haven't seen any credentials or anything that you're an attorney or anything like that.
So like, I was gonna call her, bro.
I understand that, but I'm only representing.
Oh, well, I'm just letting no, that's fine. Like, I'm cool. I'm just letting you know they didn't arrest her. It was
I just want to make sure my client's going to be okay, and then we can go over probable cause, and we can understand if there's citations issued going forward.
Go ahead.
That's fine.
And apparently, Bodycam footage reportedly show him discussing probable cause, citations, referring to the driver as my client, and officers finally say, I'm not going to sit here and have court roadside. And honestly, I feel like that might have been the funniest police line I have heard all year.
I have a
Romeo Juliet uniform 035 on a red.
Okay. And you're welcome to from this distance here while the investigation's taking place.
Yeah, 100%.
I got no issue.
Anything.
Yep, I got no issue.
Send a primary officer aside. We can.
Yeah, I got no issue with you watching or anything like that. Roadside, we're not going to sit here and have court roadside, so we're not going to hash out probable calls and things like that. Now, if something was going on where your client, you wanted to express some representation for your client, 100% fine. But the officer's not going to sit here and he doesn't have to break down all this probable cause to a third party that showed up on scene. Just
yeah. You know, if there's citations that need to be issued, it can be issued.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, of course.
But here's where the story takes a turn. Investigators say Derek Zachery Schaufus falsely claimed to be a licensed attorney, used another attorney's identity, gave officers a phone number that allegedly tied back to him personally, and even discussed legal fees.
Okay with you?
Oh,
Present for this
stay here.
I can for representation. I was like, is it happening right now? And she said, unfortunately, yes.
All right,
That's
so
if he sleeps in the suits.
he's always ready. This is the quickest response attorney I've ever seen.
Strictly just going over what's going on this year.
No, I get it. And we want to show you all the respect. We've allowed you to come here. We have no problem with you being here whatsoever. Honestly, we don't.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure this is not an unlicensed practice of law situation or something like that. Because most people, in my experience, when attorneys come up, they identify themselves. I'm attorney so-and-so. They don't say, well, if you need, I'll tell you who I am. They have no problem telling you who they are because they're an attorney. And they'll provide you some type of identification or certification of the attorney, you know, and then you would go from there. That's how it normally works.
Yes.
Normally I don't have attorneys come up and go, I don't want to tell you who I am. Nah, I can't show you I'm an attorney. It's just...
I don't believe I specifically did that. I said if we're going to go ahead and investigate myself and my person...
I'm not investigating you, no. You're under no investigation. Okay. It's credentialing you, you know, so that we can have these conversations. If I walked up and I said, I'm a police officer, I would identify myself, I would show you my ID card, I would credential myself, and then I would act on behalf of an officer if I wasn't wearing the police uniform, you know what I mean? I've been a detective before.
My name is Jonathan Mills, and I'm based out of Orlando.
Okay.
And my credentials in Jonathan Mills,
Authorities later contacted the actual attorney, and police say that the attorney told them he wasn't there, all right? He didn't authorize any of this, and Schaufus did not work for him. Investigators also reportedly found no record of Schaufus ever being licensed through the Florida bar. Idiot. He was later arrested and charged. Now, remember, these are just allegations, y'all, okay? And he is presumed innocent until proven guilty in court. But the story raises questions I think we've all seen play out before. When does confidence cross the line into deception? Because people trust uniforms, right? People trust titles, and they definitely trust credentials. And sometimes the people who sound the most convincing are the ones that know the least. If you were standing on the side of the highway at almost 3 o'clock in the morning, right, and a man walks up to you claiming to be a lawyer, would you believe him? Or would you immediately think, this has got to be Florida? Tell me in the comments. Tell me what you think. Because this story sounds like an episode of Suits written by the writers of Hangover. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Peace.